Hey everybody, this is Leslie and you're watching Midlife and Nailing It. If you could please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, that would be tremendous. Today I have for you a What's for Dinner video. I post one of these every Monday. I hope you enjoy. So for this night I made Tater Tot Casserole and I've just got 2 pounds of hamburger browning up. I'm adding to that 1 onion chopped up and then some salt and pepper to taste. Okay, my meat is browned up and I'm getting ready to drain the grease off. So I just put my meat in a bowl here and I'm adding 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. You want to make sure that you incorporate the 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup really well. Then you want to put your mixture into a casserole dish and make sure that you've sprayed that casserole dish with some cooking spray. Next, you want to grab a bag of tater tots. I'm just using the Kroger brand here. I guess they call them tater bites, whatever. You know what I mean. And you want to put a layer on top of your meat mixture. So this is what that looks like. And I always put the temperature on what the tater tot directions say on the bag. So I can't remember what these ones said, but that's what I cook my tater tot casserole on. And then I just put a layer of whatever cheese I have on hand. I'm using sharp cheddar shredded cheese here. And remember to put your temperature on whatever the tater tot bag says, and then you want to cook this for 25 minutes in your oven. So when the 25 minutes is up, you want to go ahead and sprinkle some of these fried onions on top of your casserole. And then you put this back into your oven for another 5 minutes. This is what your casserole will look like when it's completed. I decided to serve this 3-bean salad that I had in the pantry for a while. I just drain it and serve it cold. This is what that meal looked like plated up. Kids love tater tot casserole. I mean, it's not healthy. There's nothing healthy about tater tot casserole. So it's not something you want to have all the time, but my husband loves it too. So yeah, I wanted to share this recipe with you guys purposely. We hadn't had it in a while. So this day I decided to have a huge chopped salad and I wanted to have a lot of leftovers. So earlier in the morning, I went ahead and put these 4 eggs in a pot and filled them with water. And then I turned the heat on high. Once they come to a full boil and it looks like this, you want to drop the temp down to an 8, and then you're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. This works perfectly every time, and you will have perfect hard-boiled eggs. Once your timer goes off, you want to immediately take those off of the burner, and you want to dump as much water off as you can. And then I run cold water into the pot for a bit. I want to cool them off as best as I can, as fast as I can. Otherwise, that's how when you see hard-boiled eggs and they have some green inside of them, that's when people don't do stuff like this. Either they've overcooked them or they didn't get them out of the hot water and into cold water speedy quick. And then I go ahead and transfer them into a bowl and set them into my fridge for later. Okay, so for my salad, I just have a bag of just the classic salad that you can get. And then I had the deli cut a 1-inch slab of whatever turkey meat was on sale, and I cubed that up. I chopped up 1 cucumber, 1 bell pepper. I cut up in half some petite tomatoes, and then I chopped up some radishes there. And then I also unthawed about 1/4 of a cup of green peas. What you want to do is run these under cold water to unthaw. That keeps them sweet and crisp. And then I went ahead and drained a can of chickpeas and rinsed those off. And then I just chopped up my hard-boiled eggs super fine. And I'm going to actually keep these out of the salad because only my husband and I like them. And then I had a bag of the real bacon bits. So I just am going to grab one of the biggest bowls that I have and throw everything into it. Then I grab my salad tongs and toss everything together. Oh, it's so good. So this is what the salad looked like all tossed together. And if you make a ton, you'll have plenty for dinner and then enough for salads, or maybe you want to put some of this in a pita for lunches for a few days. So I just went ahead and put the egg on the side. And I'm serving this with either the California French style dressing, and I put out a ranch dressing as well. So this is what that meal looked like plated up. And yes, we're using paper plates tonight because I couldn't even fathom doing a dish this evening. I was very freaking tired. Do you guys ever have a night like that? And it was so super good. It made a ton of leftovers, which made life easier for lunches for a few days. Yeah, this is one of my favorite meals. So for this next meal, I'm going to call this almost lasagna. I just am. It's totally made up. So yeah, I am just cooking up in some olive oil, a couple pounds of turkey there. I used this salt grinder with garlic because I was too lazy this night to be bothered to chop up garlic. I also used some Italian seasoning here. And then, although I almost didn't, I went ahead and grated up some nutmeg on my little microplane here. So while that was boiling up, I went ahead and started the water for this Trader Joe's mini ravioli. It has the ricotta cheese filling. I did make 2 bags here. I made a little mini ravioli bake for my daughter. She doesn't eat meat, so I went ahead and did that for her. Yeah, so I'm just showing you my pot of water there. I do add some olive oil and salt to the pan, and then I turn it on high to try to get it to a quick boil. I do want to say that I could have just gotten away with the 1 bag. I did want leftovers, but I had way too much pasta. So I went ahead and drained the fat off of this meat. It's done cooking. And I did go with this Bertolli marinara. It was super good. I think I used a jar and like a quarter of another jar. So I just let that simmer on low for a while. So my meat was just about done. And I'm getting ready to drain my pasta. So I cover the bottom of a casserole dish with my meat mixture. And then I come in with a layer of the pasta. And then another layer of my meat sauce. And then a layer of this Kroger mozzarella cheese slice. This is what that layer looked like. Then another layer of pasta. Another layer of meat sauce. And another layer of cheese. So you go ahead and put that in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. And this is what it looked like when it was done baking. On the side, I just went with these New York bakery breadsticks. They cook up in like 5 to 6 minutes. The directions are on the package. I highly recommend them. My kids love them. It's like the Hunger Games whenever we make these. I'm serious. You want to see 2 teenagers fight? Throw these in the middle of the table and let them have at it. So this is what that meal looked like plated up. And I only have 3 meals for you today, guys. I actually had 4, but I only had 10 minutes and it was impossible to fit it all. So the other meal that I was going to show you will be in an upcoming What's for Dinner. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all of you and I will see you soon.